Alright. What's going on, my YouTube people? It's your boy Dark, and I got you guys this quick information update regarding about Gears of War 4 beta. Now, just a quick heads up, I'm going to show you right now that the early access for Gears of War 4 beta starts April 18th. Yes, April 18th. If you already own a copy of Gears of War Ultimate Edition, they'll send you a token once it's available for early access to the public, while Xbox Live Gold members will get it a week after April 25th. But with that being said, I'm just showing you a quick Gears of War 3 gameplay, but I'm going to show you guys the E3 demo and regarding about basically what's going to be going on in both single player and multiplayer and the specs that are going to be in both games. Yet, for some reason, they're actually going to be different from one another. I'll catch you guys in a bit. Now, just to start things off, Gears of War 4 storyline starts off actually 25 years after the Locust War ended in Gears of War 3. This regarding the main character in Gears of War 4, Marcus Phoenix's son, J.D. Phoenix, and his partner right here that's walking is Kate Diaz, a former outsider, and his best friend, and I just mentioned in the video right here, but Delmont aka Del Walker are the other two confirmed playable characters that represent the Outsiders faction. Now, it does say in Game Informer's website, I'll put the link in the description below, and just for you guys just to take a look at it. Even though, end quote, characters will be shared in Gears of War 4's campaign and its multiplayer, there are a couple events that won't be shared between the two modes, which will also mention about how officially that, as reported, Gears of War 4's multiplayer will run at a crisp 60 frames per second. However, Gears of War 4's single player, its campaign mode, will only run at 30 frames per second. Yes, it is locked at 30 frames per second. Now, I'm not sure if that's the best news that we're going to hear from all of us hardcore Gears of War fans, but it is nice to know that multiplayer will run now at a crisp 60 frames instead of 30 from the past 4 games. But time will tell if maybe they'll change the campaign's frame rate per second, but most likely they'll probably just keep it at that frame rate, so just stay tuned for that. Now, there is actually new weapons in Gears of War 4. There is one called the Drop Shot. Yes, the Drop Shot is somewhat almost like a digger, but it's somewhat improved. As it mentions here in the second link that I have right here, I will also put it in the description. It says, in quote, if it hits the ground, it'll drill for a second before exploding, blowing anything nearby into chunks. If you manage to nail a direct hit on the enemy, it drills directly into their head, decapitating them while their body convulses until the mind explodes. Talking about a badass weapon. It is some gruesome display that fits alongside of best Gears weaponry, but it's also super challenging to control, just like the Digger, as I mentioned, because the Digger for me was probably the most difficult weapon to use, but it has what you say high risk, high reward. And we're going now to the Buzzkill, which basically is a giant buzzsaw. Now, it's saying, in quote, from Game Informer's website, these saws don't become embedded in walls, they actually bounce, ricocheting off surfaces and tear enemies into shreds. During our time with the Buzzkill, we found the weapon was great at clearing a room, but dangerous as it was efficient. Capable of killing you with your own saws if you lose track of their trajectories. So, as another high risk, high reward weapon, it just depends if you're able to control the area circumference of these buzz saws, or saw blades you might call them, around this weapon right here. And the most probably interesting thing about Gears of War 4 is that they're actually bringing in a new combat knife system. Yes, it's a new melee system that they're actually going to bring in. Now, there's only a couple of snapshots that Game Informer and others actually released about how it looks. My only question is how it's going to run in both the beta and actually the final game itself. But I'm gonna show a couple of these knives right here from the website here specifically, and actually they look really nice, to be perfectly honest. These knives right here look pretty badass. I really wish they would bring a Bowie knife though, but hey, American dream. That'll be said in due time when the beta actually first comes out. Now, I've given a lot of information. There's still probably more information coming out by the day, but I'm just hitting you guys up with just a little bit of more information so you guys at least know what's going on. Now, there is a month, I believe, when I'm actually gonna start releasing this video. You still have a month left to actually purchase Gears Ultimate Edition, to able to receive a token so you can actually get a early access for Gears of War 4 beta. If that's your choice, then so be it. If not, you can just wait till April 25th to actually play with the rest of us. Now, I want one specific thing from Coalition in particular, and that's just hopefully they'll just bring back Gears where it's supposed to be, just the old school games, and just how it just bring us back into Gears itself. But that, without being said, if you guys like the video, and don't forget, comment and subscribe. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, I'm in total shock. There's nothing to be said. Just subscribe now. I'm bringing more content in the future, so stay tuned. It's your boy Dark, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.